Anthropic is paying up to $400,000 a year for an events role. And it's basically as Andreessen talked about this, where like as like other skills become commoditized, scarce skills gain in value. So this is like obviously events roles now maybe more valuable than ever because getting people physically together is more important. And it's also like part of like the like plumber effect they talk about, how like plumbers are not getting, taken out by AI anytime soon. And so, so it is interesting. I talked to a friend who is an ad tech leader in a really big ad tech company. And we were sort of having a little bit of this debate about like what's going to happen to ad tech sales, right? As like, and there's that story where Meta is going to keystroke log everything you do on all your devices. They're clearly training a model to do your job. It's like obvious what they're doing. And, the concern obviously, I think for salespeople in particular is like how much of that back and forth, if you're just sending emails around, like whatever, how much of that can go away. But I think the other side is like the really good people are going to command a huge amount of money, right? So like it may be one of those things where I do think like the rich get richer. And this is maybe like this one is a little different because like maybe the event role now has been elevated higher than what it was previously, but it's definitely going to have some weird outcomes to it. But I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think we started off talking about possible like MAUs coming up for the gaming community. I feel like over the last few years, more and more events are coming up, and it's becoming really big business. And I think it's partially what you're saying. And if people can utilize AI to be more productive, then presumably they have more time to go meet in person and ideate and like, develop the relationships. Which, to your point, like if you're a good salesperson, if you're a good business development professional, that should have incredible value, right? And incredible value to the company, to you, and there should be an ROI at some point. And there are companies we had the founder of Vendolux on, a while back, that companies can now start to track ROI on events and like in real life events and such. And so, yeah, I think you're spot on that the good people are going to rise to the top and going to command much higher pay, and like people are going to know who they are. And those that kind of just go to events and grab drinks and kind of middle along, now you're
yeah. I think someone like Vendolux actually is like so well positioned because like you could put a lot of that in the cloud and be like, what was the ROI from this stuff?
Absolutely. Right. And
whereas like before it was like a boondoggle, you had no idea.
Oh, and Claude now should help you prospect, should help you put together follow-up material. Like there's a whole life cycle to this now that like events aren't just you go in person and it kind of disappears. Like it's a whole lead up and post. But
yes.
good space.